South, dirty, we dirty. Can y'all really feel me? Like a baby girl. East Coast, feel me. West Coast, feel me. Can y'all really feel me? Feel it. East Coast, feel me. Say what? West Coast, feel me. Dirty South, dirty. Can y'all really feel me?
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another wig revival video. So if you haven't already seen, I did a revival video on this straight synthetic wig that I had, and you all really seemed to like it, and a lot of the comments were saying that, well, I wonder if this can be done on curly hair, and I was like, well, I don't know, we have to see. Now, before y'all come for me, before you do, this wig, to be fair, has not been on a wig head. I took this wig and put it with the rest of my wigs up in my closet, and that is where she stayed. I wore this for about 2.5 weeks, which is a pretty good wear for a synthetic wig, but with all synthetic wigs, if we're keeping it real, they get a little, what's the word, ratty, old, just needs to be refreshed, and that's what this video is going to be about today. I'm also predicting that we're not really going to get the curls, the original curls that the wig came with. It's probably going to be a little bit of manufactured curls, so I wanted to put here what the wig looked like in her glory days, what she looked like before when I first got her out of the box, and then cut to, I would say about a month later, what the wig is going to look like. Alright, so step one is going to be the detangle. Obviously the wig is super matted with curly hair, with synthetic hair in general, right around the back section of my hair, my kitchen. I feel like that is where it tangles up the most, and of course down at the bottom is where it tangles. I feel like the top of it, my synthetic wigs usually stay fine at the roots. It's really the ends where it gets super frizzy, so I'm just brushing all of that out before we get into the next step, because it's just like natural hair or any hair you work with. You want it to be detangled, knotless, and the easiest way for me was to just go section by section and brush it out. It is hard, and sometimes, especially because I'm terrible at keeping these wigs fresh for long, so sometimes they are very matted. This one I would say is about a 5 on a scale to a 10. I've had wigs that have been way worse than this, so the time it takes to detangle might be shorter or longer depending on how messed up your wig is, how much wear and tear you've had on your wigs. Okay, so step 2 is going to be to soak your hair in boiling water. Something about the hot water, the steam, all of it. It works for the hair, it helps it actually makes it softer and a lot less stiff. So I'm basically pouring boiling hot water into my sink, and then I'm just using my Aussie Miracle Moisture. This is my conditioner, and honestly in my last video I used fabric softener, which works well too. It's either or. I just figured conditioner might be better because it works a little bit better with the hair, I feel like, and it'll give it a little extra softness, but I have used fabric softener too, so I feel like you can use either of them. But I'm pretty much just pouring that in. I tried to put the deep conditioner on the wig before I poured the water in, just to make sure that it was coated fully, and then I just added the water in. Once it gets to a temperature that's acceptable, don't be like me and be crazy and go in fully. I don't know how I'm touching it and it's that hot, but I pretty much go in and just brush the hair, make sure again it's detangled. Sometimes with synthetic hair it can get matted at every second. Even if you already detangled it, it can get matted that much quicker, especially if it's older hair. You just want to make sure to brush everything out. And the reason I put the conditioner on before is because the hair was in need of a wash anyway, so I didn't mind doing that, and you can put a shampoo in there too if you need to. But I'm just going back through and brushing everything out. I'm just honestly giving one last detangle, and then I'm going to put it in the sink and just let it soak in there for a little while. And so this is the hair when it's all wet. I just let it air dry, sit for a little while. It did not take long to dry. So this is the wig after it's air dried. I'd say it's like 80% dry right now. And then I'm just going to compare it to kind of what the curls look like originally. So they were very fluffy and voluptuous, and I feel like we're going to try to replicate that, but who knows. But I'm just taking my curling iron and I'm just really going to go down the line. I didn't put any product in it because, again, it's synthetic. So you kind of have to think in terms of just, we're going to try it out and see if it works. Luckily, the curls did hold. Now, that's the part I'm kind of like 50-50 on, because with the straighter hair, it's, you know, it's easier to straighten and get that same kind of look that you had before. With the curlier hair, I did notice that you aren't able to replicate the exact curls, so the wig did come out looking a little bit different than it was in its original state. But it is a revamping video, so I figure, you know, at the end of the day, I could have kind of dumped this wig and not reworn it, but I can revamp it and rewear it. Best of both worlds. I will say the longer I held the curls on the curling iron, that the more defined they came out. It was hard, I feel like, with curlier hair. Like, the curls did not hold like human hair would, if that's what you're wondering. It definitely doesn't. So I feel like the curls, they'll be more defined the hotter your heat setting and the longer you hold on to it. But this is our final look. So the question was, can you revamp synthetic wigs that are curly? And the answer is yes, but kind of. I feel like it definitely was revamped, but the curls are not holding super well. So I feel like this is more of a body wave, wet, beachy wave look, if anything. So that is going to be it for this video today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, check out my other video reviving a straight wig. And I saw some comments in my last video saying that they weren't sure like what synthetic hair would work and wouldn't. I have no idea. I'm just going off of the wigs that I have, but I'm gonna make it a lot easier by posting a link to the wigs that I'm using in the video, so you can kind of go based off of that. But I'll see you in my next video. Bye!